Hi, I'm Pooja Bhargawa. I'm a nutritionist in this field now since the last 9.5 years. Before being a nutritionist, I was also an aerobics trainer, a personal trainer, a Pilates trainer, and a yoga instructor. But as life would have it, maybe that was not my calling. Being a nutritionist was my calling. Where do I begin with? It started with a dream which was actually seeded in my childhood through my mother. My mother always wanted to see me as a doctor, and right from grade 3 she would tell me that you're going to be my doctor bacha. She was very insistent that I only take medicine, and of course she sowed the seed, and it kind of became my only ambition in life to become a doctor. Unfortunately, lost my parents at a very young age. I lost my mom when I was just 10, and I lost my dad exactly in a year. Left me with no financial backing whatsoever for me to pursue this dream. Let's call it my mother's dream. And that would really sadden me. My 12th board mark were a 96.22%. I clearly remember, because that was also the year free seats were introduced. So you could enter a medical college with a very minimum fees of 1,05,000 a year, but I did not even have that much cash, so I could become a doctor. That left me very saddened, and not having an elder person around, not having a career counselor like how today's generation has it, I didn't want to do any other course other than doing a professional course or doing something which would actually be a remarkable or an unusual career, because I wanted to make a mark in the society as my mother always wanted it. I just took up hotel management, and hotel management fees were 9,000. I would give tuitions after my parents, and my tuitions gave me enough money to pay. I used to charge only $40 a subject in those times. This is about 26 years back, but somehow that $40 a subject helped me gather 10,500 a year for hotel management. In my first year of hotel management, food science was a part of our syllabus, and I was very good at it. That always gave me a calling again inside me, that I have it in me. Like, I wouldn't look at food only because I was in a food and beverage service, or I was trying to do a housekeeping course, or trying to become a chef. I would look at food as nutrition. I would say, okay, we have to may construct this dish, but this dish doesn't have vitamin A enough in it, or it has too many carbs in it, or it has a less amount of protein in it. So I think I had it in me. In the first year of hotel management, I had topped the course in my college. I got a scholarship to go to Canada, but again, finances was the great constraint that I went through. I couldn't go to Canada because my fees would be paid, but my stay was something that I had to still struggle with. Hence, I left hotel management, and then I still wanted to pursue something which was unusual. That was just running in my mind all the time, and I took up fashion designing as my course. I topped the fashion designing course. I was studying at Sapphires, and I topped my first year and second year. Also during that time, 4 of we friends from the college decided to hold exhibitions every 3 months, and we would do these really trendy and cool college wear and casual wear for kids and teenagers, and of course our age people during that time. And that's how we would meet our means. That also sometimes gave me a hope that maybe if I save this money, I can become a doctor one day, because I can always go back to pursuing my dream. Again, life had some other plans. I met my husband during this time, and we fell in love, and we decided to get married. I could not finish my fashion designing, and due to some personal issues, I didn't have a degree with. I have 2 kids today, and after my second kid, I kind of went into a very bad depression, because I couldn't fathom the fact that, in spite of being good in studies, I am literally here sitting without a degree, and also, sitting at home only nursing 2 kids. And my husband could see that sadness in me. That's also when, since I had gained a lot of weight in both my pregnancies, I would go to a studio to do aerobic classes for myself, for my own fitness. And my my ex-boss saw that caliber in me, and she approached me and said, why don't you pursue this as your career, wherein you won't have to give in too much of your time, but you have it in you, you can do this. And my husband supported me all the way through that. I literally studied on weekends with 2 small kids. I used to finish all my household work, and only between 9 and 1 in the night, after putting the kids to sleep, I used to study. And it was all possible because of his support. He used to take care of the kids on weekends. He used to really put them sometimes off to sleep so that I could get 1 more hour extra for studying. I topped that course and I was absorbed as a trainer immediately. But within 1 year of pursuing that as my career, I had a very unfortunate health issue. I went into a slip disc, which was quite unfortunate and quite unseen coming for. And my career just went a downhill after that. That's also the time I again tried to ask myself a lot of questions, and me and my husband went through everything. We did a backward count towards how my career had shaped up and what is it that is my strength. And of course, my strength still lied in food. And that's when I studied for nutrition. Again, my husband was my pillar. He was the strongest pillar I've ever had in my life. He's actually replaced my own dad because he's been there through my thick and thin, supporting me all the way in all my decisions and all my dreams. I literally traveled to the US so many times, taking up courses, doing my nutrition studies, on weekends, during weekdays, going to hospitals, taking up my internships, and he was always there to support me and to take care of the kids and handle everything. Finally, I became a nutritionist, and today here I am. But it's that one message that I want to give people today is that finally, it's your vision. Somehow, no matter what happened, I didn't lose the vision of becoming a doctor. I may not be a doctor today, but I'm very happy helping people out. I do have people coming to me for weight loss, but a lot of people who enter my clinic are more for health gain, and which is what gives me more happiness, that I'm not only looking at people losing weight to look good, but also trying to maintain a good weight, or if they need to lose weight, but look at health as a must first. In today's world, everybody is just bothered about how they look and how they fit into a certain kind of a garment. They want to only look good for the social media. But when people enter my clinic, one thing is for sure, that they take health with them. And that's what my forte is. I may not be a doctor again, but I'm happy that somewhere clinically, I'm helping people with their health. So somewhere I look up in the sky, and I look out for that star. I look out for my mom, and I tell her that finally I've done something which she always wanted me to do. Honestly, at that point of time, the only constraint that was in my life was finances. So, and of course, the stubborn nature that I had inside, that I have to do something different. I have to do something which is going to be making my mother happy and say like, oh my God, my daughter is today some known person. She always wanted to see me in papers and a public figure. So that was what I think I was running behind, to become something unusual and give happiness to my mother's soul wherever she is. The only constraint that was finances. And so I would only jump from one career to the other thinking maybe, like fashion designing, come on, I can become a great designer. So yeah, that was the only confusion in my head. The best diet for weight loss is a diet that you can follow throughout your life. Something that you can sustain. Something which doesn't make a hole in your pocket. Something that doesn't throw you off your current lifestyle completely. Yes, a few changes here and there so that you shift to healthier habits from what you were otherwise used to, but at the same time, not completely shift so much that you feel you're not living your life. So quinoa is the latest fad, I can say, because it has all the possible 9 amino acids. It's supposed to be believed to be a complete protein for plant eaters, for vegetarians. We've forgotten our good old Rajgira or the amaranth, because I guess when I say amaranth, people will relate more to it. It's more of an English word to it. But your Rajgira or amaranth had all the 9 amino acids, which makes it a proper and a complete protein, quality and quantity wise, which your quinoa can be. So we always need to have a balance in our life. Balance is the key to live a healthier life and a long life. You need fats also in your body. Despite the fact that we feel that, oh my God, I've gained weight, I'm looking fat, so I must completely eradicate fat from my diet, or then have a completely fat-loaded diet, which then allows you to use fat as the fuel, and you're changing the body energy systems, which is the keto which we are talking about. I think we've lost the balance somewhere in between. Again, if I am going to have a balanced diet, which will have my carbohydrates, my proteins, and my fats, I have enough vegetables and fruits which gives me my vitamins and my minerals, and the base of which is water, because water is the elixir of your life. Water is 70% in your body needed. Your muscle, your blood constitution is water. Hence, also your digestive enzymes have nothing but water in them. You need water to digest these foods that we spoke about. If you're taking care of this balance, you definitely don't need supplements. In today's times, again, a lot of use of fertilizers, pesticides, and a lot of use of GMOs and various different chemicals and preservatives have definitely had an impact on our food. In such times, yes, we do need to supplement our food with vitamins and minerals. But I would still say a no to someone whose health parameters are not showing me otherwise. So if someone's hemoglobin is good, someone is doing really well, has lustrous hair, good skin, good energy levels, I wouldn't prescribe supplements for that person. Rather than talking about what are the common problems they go through, I would only talk about one psychological problem that we women are going through, including me myself. The extreme approach to follow everything. Someone's diet worked for XYZ. My friend lost weight by having 3 heapful teaspoons of coconut oil in the morning, so I must follow that. But hello, my cholesterol levels are high, my hormones are not balanced, or I feel very acidic early in the morning. Then of course that's not for you. But she lost weight with that, and hence I must follow it. On the other hand, I've also seen women who seem to not take care of themselves at all, for whom of course their family comes first. Yes, we women are the family nurturers. We are the ones who actually nurture the entire family and hold our fortress. But at the same time, we must not forget that only if we take care of ourselves will we be able to take care of others, and more lovingly. So there are extreme approaches. Either we are too obsessed with health, or we are just not bothered, because for us, everyone else comes first. There needs to be a balance everywhere. And this is where I would say women are facing problems. So keto diet is actually nothing but a modified Atkins diet. This diet was actually designed for children with epilepsy. They of course got better with the treatment, but at the same time, they lost a lot of weight. Of course, one of the most primary source of fuel is being compromised with. They were given a lot of conserved source of energy, which is fat, yet they lost weight. It so happens that when you do not give your body carbohydrates on a regular basis, you tend to produce ketones in your body. Exactly what even a diabetic would produce when he is made to starve, because that is what is going to create an acidosis statement, kind of a condition in your body. And that's when a person starts dropping weight. They also drop muscle. Because today we are exercising, we are toning up, and it's a prerequisite that you must exercise even in a keto diet. But back then, those kids didn't. So if you saw those kids, they lost muscle mass as well. So on what price did they get to get better? They actually lost their immunity. They actually lost their muscle mass. They were weak children even then. So they had compromised. To get rid of one condition, they had to invite other conditions in their body. A lot of stories. One such story is of this person who came to me with 137 kilos of weight, was just advised to go for a bariatric because he couldn't move. His blood pressure was very high. He was highly diabetic, and cholesterol levels, of course, were very high. Couldn't even walk for more than 10 minutes. And he was a CEO of a very, very popular bank. So he headed a very popular and a very high esteemed bank, but he had no energy now to go through. There were times that he would bunk his work and sit at home and work because he would feel breathless very fast. When he came to me, the first thing that he said was, I hope you're not going to make me starve. I hope you're going to give me food to eat because I'm already feeling so weak. And hence, we started his diet on a note that, of course, you need to eat more to actually lose that weight. One doesn't need to starve. One needs to eat the right food at the right time so that digestion itself becomes your calorie burning process. Hence, we started the diet. And when we started the diet, of course, there were a lot of hiccups and a lot of speed breakers. The CEO of a firm, of course, is required to be in meetings for 7, 8 hours continuously. How would he then get up every 2 hours, as I would expect him to do that, to get up every 2 hours and eat something? We came up with very small solutions for this. The first thing that we changed was we actually started keeping a fistful of chana, some Mari biscuits, one khakra, or some buttermilk on the table during the meeting for everyone. There was time when everybody laughed at him and he heard a lot of comments, but at the same time when he saw his weight dropping down, he is today 86 kilos and he still comes to me. And the most wonderful part of this was how he followed it to the T. And there were times when he would travel a lot. He would be in Europe one day and the next day would travel to US. So there were a lot of time zones that he had to travel through. But yet that determination to stick to this diet, the determination to follow everything that I told him was remarkable. There were times when he would call me at 11 in the night and say, I'm sorry, I'm going to cheat today. And I would allow him to cheat. But we would, of course, calculate everything, see how his day has been, and then, of course, let him have a great workout the next day with the right diet to be followed the next day to cover up for the cheat meal. That definitely does not mean that we do too many cheat meals. It's once in a while. Because once you're on your mission, you need to complete that mission. So he followed everything. Now, 3/4 of that firm comes to me for their diet change. And the best part is that in every meeting, they have a ring system where one of the members will look at the time at least and ring the bell. It's 2 hours, we need to eat. And for 5 minutes, everybody takes a break, eats some small bite, and they get back to their meetings. So that, I think, is the most wonderful change I feel that I managed creating in a firm. I really love it that you are promoting women empowerment, and I really like that you're inspiring other women to come out, pursue their dreams, and think that they are not alone in this. Vision is very important. Today, whatever I am is only thanks to my vision, because I somehow did not stop to believe that one day I will do something related to medicine. I may not be the best nutritionist in town or in India, or I may not be someone who has too many degrees in nutrition, but at the same time, I'm very happy that whatever difference I make in people's life is the difference that will make my mother happy. That's the most important thing. You are not alone as long as you think not. You will find someone to support you through your dreams, to support you in all your struggles, as long as you believe in yourself. Put it out in the universe, and the universe is there to help you.